Reynolds back in a hurry. Reynolds to the hole. Rubio takes and scores! Down the lane, all the way through. The throw, the catch, touchdown!
Cavalier Sports Weekly is presented by the Virginia Lottery, where all profits benefit Virginia's public schools grades K through 12. Buy clean, safe, reliable propane. Propane, exceptional energy. Buy Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance. And brought to you in part by the Virginia Athletics Foundation, dedicated to providing scholarship, operational, and facility support for the Virginia Athletics Program. On this edition of Cavalier Sports Weekly, presented by the Virginia Lottery.
When I first got here in the summer, it was tough. The guys would beat me around when we played pickup.
Welcome to Cavalier Sports Weekly. I'm Ryan Pettinella, number 34 on the basketball team. We've got a lot of great highlights for you today, plus a feature on one of my teammates, Jerome Mansay. But first, here's your play of the week.
The Play of the Week is brought to you by SunTrust Mortgage. We make the American dream come true every day.
They force another turnover. Deani got his hands on it. Cavs with numbers. Deani pounds, got by, missed the layup. Kane, the follow by Jason Kane, who sends it home.
Definitely a high energy play, something that we needed at that time. The play was amazing. I mean, he identified the ball. I mean, nobody boxed him out, and he just went over everybody and dunked him. Just hoping it came off right, and just wanted to get the crowd fired up along with us. That way, the energy and it kept disturbing what they were trying to do.
Stay tuned. Virginia game highlights are coming up next.
Deani squares for the three. Scorebook.
Welcome back to Cavalier Sports Weekly. Our basketball team took on one of our arch rivals last week, the Maryland Terrapins. Now let's check out some game highlights.
The Cavalier game highlights are presented by Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Singletary, sideline left, gets the screen, goes, pops out. Kane, 18 feet, jumper, book it. Side, Jason Kane, a reverse layup at the baseline, 8-5. Singletary back for the three, bucket. Deani looking at Reynolds. Reynolds a crossover. Reynolds a jumper, good for two.
We had terrific practice yesterday and a very good shoot-around today, and so I had an air of confidence about what I thought would happen. I told that to them before the game, reiterated it at halftime, and then we talked about it after the game about being able to control ourselves.
So Dave Delito trying to go down to his bench.
Deani off the move, got hit, got it to go, and one. Now Singletary stops the dribble. Outside, it's Tucker for the three. Scorebook. Singletary in traffic will bring. Singletary kicks in the corner. The right side. Tucker the three. Why not? Give Tucker another one. Jamil, 2 threes in a row.
He's growing and more confident. I thought he could have played even more confident than he did and got more shots. He passed up a couple, and he can really make shots. And he makes them even more when he's feeling good about himself.
10:02 to play first half. Virginia by 9. Sends it low. Michalowska stepping layup good. And the rebound Kane taps to Deani. So Kane made up for it. And it'll be Singletary. NBA 3 scorebook. Deep and yes. Went high and sent it over the rim. And Singletary going left. Deani wants the three left side. Good for Deani.
It's always fun playing against Maryland because that's where I grew up. Right around the corner from there in College Park. So, it's always fun to go against them, and it gives me that extra energy, that extra oomph. I've been in foul trouble so long. I'm just, one thing I focused on today was just, try to be smart, stay out of foul trouble, try to, be aggressive on offense and try to loosen things up for everybody else.
Zone with Mike Jones out of the game. Good decision. They force another turnover.
Deani got his hands on it. Cavs with numbers. Deani pounds, got by, missed the layup. Kane, the follow by Jason Kane, who sends it home. with Harris and Reynolds, and that one missing. Vasquez got the rebound away from Will. Left hand, put it back up and in. So the Cavs fail to box out on the free throw and a miss. Reynolds dribbles it off his shoe. Right back, it'll be Strawberry. Vasquez for the three. What a trip. At the point, it'll be Hayes. Eric Hayes, a freshman. Vasquez wants another three. That one is good. Vasquez knocks down 2 threes and makes it a 50-41 game. So the 18-point lead cut to 9 on a 9-0 run. Virginia turns it over. Bad pass against the pressure with 48 seconds. Vasquez off the dribble. Vasquez, the teardrop inside. Can't give it the tip by James Gift.
As I said at halftime, they're a veteran team. They've been through the wars, and you can't take your foot off the gas pedal. And I thought we did mentally. And wasted some possessions, turned the ball over, let the press affect us, consecutive trips and not guard, especially Vasquez, and he popped us for a couple of threes. And they have that ability, and they did it to us last year. They got out by 18 here, and they still have that ability to score in bunches because they play full court basketball. And I thought, obviously in that 2-minute stretch, it really cost us.
Sean with the head and shoulders fake, got bumped. No look. Diani reverse layup. Pretty play. They beat the zone, and Diani gets the deuce. Nice. Bowers posting inside Gist. Gist kicks it in the corner. Hayes for the three. Got to look good. Eric Hayes knocks down a triple, and it's a 4-point game.
You've seen in some games that we just emotionally stopped playing, and can I blame it on a big lead, or can I blame it on whatever? And I think today, hopefully, we can take a step forward in understanding that when you play in this league against good teams like this, that is something you have to have.
The comfort of our own home is just amazing. I mean, we got a lot of fan support out there, and it's just a great feeling, So we just take it all in stride. We realize everybody's backing us, and we just really come together. So that keeps us energized, and then, we can always depend on them to give us energy when we're lacking.
Trying to overload the zone. Singletary, head and shoulders fake. 17, jumper, book it. Reynolds going to the hole. Reynolds free throw line. Diani squares for the three. Scorebook. Picks up the dribble. Low inside Jones. Lost the ball. It'll be Kane going to the other end. Looking for Diani. Sends it up. Kane, the layup good.
Nice 2-on-1 fast break.
Joseph free throw line. Adrian back to Sean. Sean, the deep three. Put in the program.
Yeah, just a huge 3-point basket by Singletary after Maryland scores 4 at the other end, so the Cavs rebuild the lead to 14.
It's good, just to get back home after being on the road for the last couple of games, and to start to get our rhythm back and start to put everything together.
Diani at the wing. Diani ball fake, got by Jones, inside, reverse layup, bucket.
Just a terrific game tonight by Mamadi.
Reynolds gets the ball as it skids over the top of the rim. JR going to the hole. He gets around, Guest inside, count the basket. And it'll be Singletary back. Shovels low. The finish, Michalowskis as Singletary broke down the defense.
It's just like, it's nothing really they can do. I mean, when I got a 4-headed speed, I realized that, and I see the open man. So, we're going to get a bucket if they press us.
So Singletary goes in, jump shot, free throw line, good. Singletary got by DJ, rotates Mamadi, ball fake. Mamadi going lane left, adjusts, inside, Diani, got it off the window.
We've got to be able to enjoy this and know that we're capable. We've done it a number of times this year. It's the best defensive team in the league. And when we put 103 points on the board against them. And so when we're in that mindset and we're aggressive on both ends, there's a lot of things that we can do.
One of our first-year players with great potential is Jerome Mansay. Jerome is on his way to becoming a really good college basketball player. But Jerome is more than just an athlete. He's also a musician and a great student. Jerome Mansay is your Student Athlete of the Week.
The Student Athlete of the Week is presented by the Virginia Lottery. In 2006, the Virginia Lottery contributed a record $454 million to public schools throughout the Commonwealth.
Started playing basketball when I was about 9. In a little Berkeley. It wasn't anything big back then, but as I kept playing, my love for the game grew. And as I progressed through middle school and high school, I kept getting better and better. My sophomore year, I played with Tyrus Thomas, who now plays for the Chicago Bulls. So I learned a lot from practicing with him every day. It's a tough matchup for me only as a sophomore. But I think that helped me a lot, just progressing and getting better. And my senior year in high school, I ended up being the only senior on my team, playing with freshman and sophomore guards. So at first, it was tough to try to get them to learn the system and everything and play together and help them mature. But by the end of the season, we started playing well. We won about 13 games in a row. My parents were big on education. They made me apply to a lot of academic schools just in case I didn't go to a school for basketball. They both have strong academic backgrounds, and since I was young, they've instilled in me that education is very important.
He's the kind of person that learn, fast. When you tell Jerome something, before 1 or 2 days, he got it already. So I think not just in the classroom, but also outside the classroom, he's very, very smart. He learned so fast. I think that's one of his strengths, also how he learned. But he's in classroom, he's the bomb.
In 6th grade, when I went to my middle school, I signed up in band class to play the piano because I played the piano since when I was younger. But my band instructor told us that we had to pick an instrument. We couldn't play the piano. So I just saw the trumpet and I pointed at it. And that's really how it started. My parents took me to go buy a trumpet, and I just played it, and it became a passion throughout middle school and high school. I miss playing it a little bit. Like when I go to the football games and I see the band playing, I remember when I did that in high school and everything, but basketball is my real focus now. After college, maybe when I have a little bit more free time, I'll pick the trumpet back up, or if I can find a little bit more free time to play it here, but we'll see. The population of our city almost doubled. Stores like Walmart was just selling out of everything. They had to close early because there was nothing left. There was just so many people were buying, and they couldn't get things shipped in fast enough. There were a lot of people living in shelters. I donated a lot of my clothes that I wasn't using anymore. We donated a lot of food and money. We worked at the shelter a little bit. It made me feel good doing that, just to help out people and help them through a tough situation. I think that really pulled us all together. Baton Rouge is pretty much back to normal. A lot of people went back to New Orleans, but we still have a little bit more traffic than we did before Katrina. But as far as Baton Rouge itself, it's pretty much back to normal. When I first got here in the summer, it was tough. The guys would beat me around when we played pickup in the summer. The weightlifting, even though I lifted by myself in high school, it was a little tougher here. So by the time August, September, and then finally October rolled around, I felt I was ready. I could compete with the guys.
He go hard all the time, and he's always motivated every time he comes to the court and ready to play. He's hungry, every time on the court. I
just want to keep playing and keep getting better, but come next year, I really expect to be a key part of the team and be able to help out a lot and maybe be a big-time scorer, maybe even start.
Our men's tennis team is one of the top programs in the country. On Friday, they opened their 2007 home schedule in a match against Notre Dame. On this week's Who's Heating Up segment, we take a look at the men's tennis team.
Who's Heating Up is brought to you by Propane, exceptional energy.
Well, we have an exciting schedule on hand, that's for sure, with Notre Dame and Illinois that first weekend at home. The 26th Friday night against Notre Dame, and then Sunday against Illinois, both great programs in college tennis. I look for both of them to be in the top 10, and it should be some exciting tennis right away for us. In terms of the nucleus we have back, Tret Huey from Alexandria, Virginia, of course, Samdip Devarman, the NCAA runner-up last year, and Marco Miklo, who's played a solid role for us over the past few years as our lone senior, and I look for him to continue to contribute. He certainly is someone who comes ready to work every day, and he's got a lot of heart, and he competes so hard, and he really sets the tone for us each practice with his work ethic and how prepared he comes for matches, and I look for him to be a great leader for us. And then, of course, Samdip Devarman and Tret Huey, they played number 1 and 2 doubles for us last year, and we look for them to come in and play a lead role for us, both in doubles and singles. And Samdip's coming off a great year last year at the end, making the NCAA finals, and he's going to be someone who I think is only going to continue to get better. And Tret too, Tret had a great fall. He had some great results over the past fall, and look for him to try to be in the top 25, top 30 in the country right away. And I think he'll play very high in the lineup for us and have an immediate impact. And they're just both great guys, and certainly I look for them to play a leadership role as well, all three of them, Marco, Tret, and Samdip. I think it's one of the best venues in college tennis. We were able to get between 500 and 900 fans a match, and it's just an exciting atmosphere for the guys to play in. It's, as in any sport, the home court advantage is huge, and there's no difference in our sport. So we look for another great year of people coming out and supporting us and getting excited about our program. I think the past few years have helped us gain momentum and the respect of the community, where they come out and really enjoy a high level of tennis, and the student body's been great for us as well. We've had the Who Crew that come to matches, and some fraternities and some sororities and some other sports teams and so on. So it's made for one of the best atmospheres in college tennis, and we're certainly looking forward to another exciting spring.
Coming up after the break.
Soule fakes the pass, goes inside, and scoops it off the glass and good.
Right now, our women's basketball team is deep into their ACC schedule. Let's check out some of their highlights in our Women's Basketball Spotlight.
The Women's Basketball Spotlight is presented by the Virginia Athletics Foundation.
Corner right, Egnell. They rotate up top to Brown. Trying to swing left, and the ball tipped. Monica Wright with a hand in the passing lane. Picks it off, runs to the other side, and scoops it off the glass and good as Wright turns her defense into her own offense.
She's just going to get better and better and better, and she's learning from every experience that she has. And both she and Paulicia, I thought, gave us excellent minutes today, as they always do, and also Jana. They always give us good minutes. They're very solid players, and they're just going to get better as they get more experience.
That's where Virginia's playing early.
And Sarnay Zoll pulls back and fires in a 16-footer between the rings.
The pace of the game was much too slow. It was much more to their advantage to play the way we were playing in the first half, even though we were building leads at times. We needed to play at a faster pace, and that sort of helped her realize that she could penetrate a little bit more, because she'd bring the ball up and then see some things that she didn't see before, and it did help her to get untracked and started shooting the ball. She is among the best, and she knew today that she had to be on, because it was obvious that other people weren't. When you take Linda out of the lineup and she doesn't get quite as many opportunities, they're playing more zone. We weren't really penetrating the zone. We needed to get a player up in the middle of the zone a little bit better. Linda wasn't getting a chance to really touch the ball as much as she normally does, so that takes away from our scoring. And I think Sarnay knew that she had to step up and hit shots, and she was very good today. 6 for 11 is excellent, and she just did a great job.
Nearly moving, Zoll inside, looping right-hander, got the floating teardrop to work.
I thought the crowd was absolutely fabulous today. I thought they were a very big part of the game and a very big part of the win. Every time we needed a lift, they were out there just screaming and yelling, and especially on the defensive end, I think it gave us a little bit of energy, and we were able to fight back. And once they tied it, that was a little bit of a downer for us, but I thought that our team did a great job of feeding off the crowd today, especially at key points in the game.
Bounce pass off to Kellum. McGuire straight on. Backdoor, good find to Littles. Lindra up, reverse style layup. Used her body to shield off Ress and scores inside. The crowd imploring the Cavaliers for one more stop. 57-54 Virginia. Dorsey looking in, hits Pico. Against Wright at the left side, Egnell steps around McGuire. 3 is good! And we have overtime.
We're a team that we feel like we're a pretty good team. I think this validates that we're a good enough team that even when we're not playing our best, that we can win games. And I think that today we showed that we had some courage and some ability to step up when the game was on the line. But obviously, whenever you win overtime games, it helps you. I mean, we saw what it did for Maryland last year.
3 goes wraparound to right to tee up the 3. Yes!
You learn more from these type of games or from even losses than you do from 20-point games. And we learned a lot about our character, and I learned a lot about my team today that we'll never give up. Even we'll fight through adversity no matter what.
And the Cavaliers win it in overtime. Oh my goodness. 65-63, the final score.
Thanks for watching Cavalier Sports Weekly. We'll be back next week with more highlights, great features, and an update on the Commonwealth Challenge. Until then, go Hoos!
Cavalier Sports Weekly is presented by the Virginia Lottery, where all profits benefit Virginia's public schools grades K through 12. By clean, safe, reliable propane. Propane, exceptional energy. By Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance. And brought to you in part by the Virginia Athletics Foundation, dedicated to providing scholarship, operational, and facility support for the Virginia Athletics program.